again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I'm very pleased to present to you my Falling Leaves shawl. Yes, and a big thank you to Lion Brand for sponsoring this video and for supplying the yarn. Thank you very much for your continued support. And thank all of you, my viewers, for watching. Thank you for being here with me today. Now, this is, as I said, the Falling Leaves shawl because of this really awesome cascading effect with the leaves coming down. So this is the top edge, and then on one side we have the silhouettes of leaves going on, and then we have a nice straight edge. So in some respects it's asymmetric, but when you're wearing it, it does have asymmetric quality to it. Absolutely love this project. Now, for this little swatch that I have here, and also for the piece that I have in the thumbnail, that was done using Lion Brand's Pound of Love. This is the colorway of Pumpkin Spice. Love it. Absolutely perfect. And for today, I'm going to be using some Mandala yarn. Now, for this piece, it's a weight of 4. I used a size J 6mm hook. For today's piece, let me get that out of the way. For today's piece, I'm going to be using some Mandala in some beautiful fall colors. And it is, I got it right here. It is the colorway of Warlock. So you can see all the colors that you have here. My lighting is not very good, but hey. So with the Mandala yarn, it is a weight of 3, so I'm going to be using a slightly smaller hook. I'm going to be using a size I 5.5mm hook. Now, the recommended size is a size H, but I break rules. As far as the specifications for the yarn, it is approximately 590 yards. It is 100% acrylic, which I love, and I love the colors. Yes, I do. So, that being said, let's get started. All right, first things first with row 1. Going to start with our slip knot as per usual, and a chaining up of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, we're going to be working into the first chain. That's going to act as our magic circle or what have you. And then the remaining 3 chains is going to act as our first double crochet. So into that first chain, 2 double crochets. And if you're not happy, what you could do alternatively is, instead of doing 4 chains initially, you could do, technically speaking, you could do 3, so that this side double crochet is a little bit more taut and even with the edge. Whichever, absolutely whichever. But yeah, that is the first row, believe it or not. It starts as a point, but it gets wide fast. So that's row 1. Okay, row 2, real simple. Just chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then into that first stitch right here, double crochet. And then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the top 3rd chain. So we're going to be going from 3 double crochets to a total of 5 double crochets. Now, yes, it is a little bit fiddly to get into that chain. However, it's worth it. It is very much worth it. Okay, so going from 3 to a total of 5, and that's row 2. Okay, row 3, very similar to row 2. I'm going to start by chaining up 3, turn the work, double crochet into that first stitch on the end there, and then 3 regular double crochets, and then 2 at the very end. So it went from 3 to 5, and now we're going to have 7 by the end of this row. So we're just increasing on either side. Nothing major. That'll come soon enough, don't you worry. So I've got 2 in the first, then 3 regular ones, and then 2 into the top of this last stitch here. There we are. And that is row 3. Okay, row 4. Again, it is going to be similar, but with a slight twist at the end. Now, this next row is going to be the widest that the leaves are going to get. So, chain up 3. I was going to say 4. No, chain up 3. Turn the work, double crochet into that first stitch so that we're increasing the edge outward once again. And then into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, double crochet normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 double crochets into the last stitch because we need to increase this side as well. So 1 and then 2. All right, now, because the leaves are not going to get any wider than this, what we need to do is we need to begin a new leaf. We're going to turn a new leaf. So chain 1, and into that same stitch, do another double crochet. This double crochet is going to be the basis for a new leaf, believe it or not. All right, so that is row 4. Okay, row 5. Start with a chaining up of 3. Turn the work. And into this first stitch where we did our solitary single double crochet, do 2 double crochets for a total of 3. So you see we have the base of this leaf right here, and it's going to coincide with this one down here. It's going to match up. Now, because the width of this leaf, it's not going to get any wider, it needs to get more narrow. So, going to chain 3, and skipping this chain space and the first double crochet, going into the next double crochet with a double crochet, and 6 more for a total of 7 double crochets. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it went from 3 to 5, 7, 9, back down to 7, and it is going to come to a point. Whereas this one, it's going to go from 3 to 5 to 7 to 9, and then eventually come back down to a point. So now it's this edge here is going to be the top edge of your shawl, and then this edge would be the one with the sort of leafy silhouette thing going on, and then this edge will be the opposite edge. Now, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but it will get there, believe you me. So let's continue on to row 6. Okay, row 6. Now for row 6, we're going to start with a decrease because we went from 9 to 7. Well, we need to get down to 5. So that being said, without doing any chaining, just turn your work and into this first stitch here, this first double crochet, slip stitch into there, and slip stitch into the next double crochet. Okay, so you're just sort of scooting your way over just a little bit. Then chain up 2. You could chain up 3, but I think that if you chain up 2, it looks just a little bit nicer. So after doing your 2 slip stitches, chain up 2, and then do 4 more double crochets for a total of 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3. And this little leaf on the end needs to grow. So into the first double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the next, and then 2 double crochets into the top of this third chain here. There we go. So we have this one going 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, 5, and this one 3, 5. So yes, at one point, this is 5 and this is 5, but only during that one row. Okay, so onwards and upwards. Let's go. Okay, row 7. Start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn the work. Double crochet into that first stitch so that we're increasing it outwards. And then double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and then 2 at the edge for a total of 7. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more in the same stitch for 7. Okay, chain 3. All right, and then again, we need to shrink this one down. So skipping the chain 3 space and the first double crochet, doing 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this leaf is almost spent, and this leaf is almost grown to capacity. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, row 8. So, without doing any chaining, because this needs to be decreased again, without doing any chaining, turn your work, slip stitch into this first stitch, which you don't have to. You could just slip stitch directly from here into the second one, but I like that sort of uniformity going on there. So after slipping and then slipping your stitches, then chain up a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to act as a double crochet and a chain 3 space. And then scooting over to your first double crochet over here, 2 double crochets into that first double crochet. Like so. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets and then 2 at the end for a total of 9. So we've got a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now, like we did down here, we need to create a new leaf because this leaf is not getting any bigger. So chain 1 and into the same stitch, another double crochet. There we go. It's a new little sprout. Okie dokie. So that is row 8. Okie dokie. So now we are at the repeat for the shawl. This is row 9, and it's rows 9 through 16 are the repeat rows. And of course, yes, I'm going to do a full repeat for you so that you are sure to get it. Okay, so for row 9, it's going to be very similar to what we have been doing. So I'm going to start by chaining up 3, turn the work, 2 double crochets into this first stitch that we now have a total of 3 doubles to begin the base of our leaf, like so. Chain 3. And we need to make this leaf smaller, so skip this chain 1 space in the first double crochet and do double crochets into the next 7 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, chain 3. Oh, we're changing color. Okay, so now when you reach this point, what you need to do is into the third chain from the base, 1, 2, 3, go in and make 3 double crochets. At the very end there. And that's going to create a really neat edge, that silhouetted leaf edge. So we have 2 beginning and 1 that's going to be ending. All right, so that's row 9. Okay, row 10. Chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn the work. Double crochet into that first stitch. 1 double crochet into the next. And then 2 into the third. So we're going from 3 to 5. There we go. Chain 3. And again, we need to shrink this one down from 7 down to 5. So skip the chains, skip that first double, and go into the next 5 doubles with doubles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, chain 3. And then we need to make this little bud over here of a leaf from 3 into 5. So into the first one, 2 doubles. Okay, 1 into the next, and then 2 into the third. There you go. Okay, row 11, chain up 3, turn the work. Okay, so we went from 3 to 5. Now we need to make it into 7. So double crochet into that first stitch. So we've got 2. And then 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in the next one for a total of 7. Okay, chain 3, skipping the chain space in that first double, going into the next 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3, chain 3. Okay, so we have that one shrinking, and we need to have this one at the end growing. So 2 into the first, and then 1 in each for the next 3. Come on. Thank you. And then 2 in the last for a total of 7. There we go. And that is the end of row 11. Okay, row 12. Okay, so again, chain up 3. Turn the work. There we go. And then double crochet into the first stitch. So that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 in the last double crochet for a total of 9. That's 8 and 9. Okay. Chain 3. And double crochet into the middle double crochet. There we go. Chain 3. And we need to increase this one from 7 to 9 and then add the little sprout at the end. So 2 into the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 into the last. 8 and 9, and then chain 1 and double into that same stitch to begin a new sprout. There we go. We're getting there. We most certainly are. That is row 12. Okay. Row 13. Going to start by chaining up 3. Turn the work. And we need to create a base for this leaf, so 2 double crochets into that first stitch for a total of 3. Okay, chain 3. And then skipping the chain and that first double, going into the next 7 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to skip that last one and the chain. Chain 3. Okay, now into this lonely little ending of a leaf, we're creating new life. We're going to create a new sprout. So into this 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Chain 3. And then again, we need to shrink this leaf down because it's not going to get any wider than the 9. So skipping the chain and that first double, going into the next 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okie dokie. I think it's really starting to come together. Absolutely love it. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? Because we're almost done with the repeat. Row 14. Again, since we need to shrink this end leaf down, turn the work and slip stitch into the first 2 stitches, like so. Chain up 2, and continue by doing a double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches for a total of 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3. Okay, need to have this leaf grow out, so 2 doubles into the first. 1 into the next, and then 2 into the last for a total of 5. There we are. Chain 3. Okay, and we need to shrink this one down. So again, skipping the chain space and the first double, going into the next bunch with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 3, and then going to have this one at the end grow out, so 2 in the first, one in the second, and then 2 in the third. And yeah, it can be a little bit fiddly, but I think it's worth the extra effort. There we are. Okay, so that is row 14. Now let me just lay this out for you so that you can get a better appreciation. Actually, if you want to go based on the thumbnail at the beginning, let me position it this way instead. So far, this is what we got. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Actually, no, I love it. I changed my mind. All right, so let's keep going with row 15. Okay, row 15. Start by chaining up 3. And turn the work. Double crochet into that first stitch. Regular doubles into the next bunch of stitches and 2 at the end, and we will have a total of 7. So we've got 4, 5, and then 2 at the end, 6, and 7. Okay, chain 3. Okay, skipping the first double and the last double, we're just going to do the 3 in the middle. One, 2, 3, chain 3. Okay, and then have this one grow out. So 2 doubles in the first. And then, so we get a total of 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in the last, 6, and 7. Okay, chain 3. All right, almost at the end here. So again, we need to decrease at the end here. So skipping this first double, going into the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that is the end of row 15. Okay. Okay, row 16. Turn the work so that we can shrink up this leaf just a little bit more. So slip stitch into the first 2 stitches. Okay, and then chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 doubles into the first and last, and 1 in each in the middle for a total of 9. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, chain 3. double crochet into the middle double crochet, chain 3, yep, there we go. Okay, 2 doubles into the first, and then 1 in each, and then 2 at the end for a total of 9. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 in the last one, 8, and 9. And then, last but not least, chain 1 and double crochet into that same stitch so that you can begin yet a new leaf. Now, when you are approaching the end of your project and you're like, you know what? I don't want to make this any bigger than it currently is. Well, then what I would personally recommend is when you know that this is the last row, your 16 row, and it's the last row and you're not going to do any more repeats, what you could do is simply omit that last double crochet and chain stitch and just leave it as is like that. Either or, it's really not consequential, but for the sake of the repeat, yes, I was going to show that. And there you go. That is row 16 for the full repeat. All right, my dears, so that concludes today's video of the Falling Leaves Shawl. I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't hesitate. Give a little thumbs up button down below. And again, a very, very big thank you to Lion Brand for sponsoring the video and for supplying me with the yarn. I very much appreciate your support and your sponsoring. Thank you so very much, and to all of you for watching. As far as the pattern itself, well, there will be timestamps, not to worry, in the description box down below. Also, links as well. And as far as the pattern itself, it really is, when you sort of dissect it by looking at it, it's really not that hard. If you see a lonely little double crochet, well, it needs to blossom forth. If your piece is at 9 double crochets, it needs to shrink. And it just sort of undulates out and in and out and in like organic jigsaw puzzles. Absolutely love it. So that being said, thank you again, and I will see all of you in my next video. So until then, I want you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.